Hello YouTubers, this is Nicole is the New Black coming to you again from my bathroom. I just wanted to share with you an update on my corset making class. In my last video I talked about how that really didn't go so well, and we're really making significant progress. I'm getting a little bit better with the sewing, not really fast per se, not really in a straight line, but definitely progressing. So I just wanted to talk to you about the basics of corset making. I am by no means an expert, but I'm learning from an expert and it's really cool. The class that I'm taking is offered by this corset maker called Miss Gemma, and offered in Kreuzberg at this sewing cafe, which is something I had never heard of until I moved to this city. And it has about 10 sewing machines, and normally you can go in there and work on projects and you pay, I think, €5 an hour. And not only do you get to use, the sewing machines, but you use all the materials, not the fabrics, but the thread, the scissors, the rulers, the chalks, and you get the expert advice of all the women that work in the shop. And I think there's like 3 women that are there like all the time, like over your shoulder, helping you if you don't know anything. So it's really like hands-on. Every Saturday for 6 Saturdays for 3 hours, and the teacher is Miss Gemma, and she is a corset designer from Birmingham, and she's awesome. What we did when we first started off in the class is she asked us what our sizes were beforehand. I guess building a pattern from scratch is really, really difficult. So what she kind of did was she just asked what our sizes were and made the patterns herself along with the owner of the shop. So when we got there, depending on your size, each person had a pattern. Actually, the original pattern was for an overbust corset, but I decided not to go with an overbust corset because those really, really enhance your boobs, and I have no issues or shortage in the boobs department. So I decided to go for an underbust corset. And the fabric that I had chosen for my entire corset, and again, maybe this isn't the best way to show you, but it's really funky, and this is just a piece of it. So it's got like tigers and owls, and most of the people in the class chose like black or satin, and I just really wanted because I already have a black satin corset, and I'm kind of funky and special, so I chose this, which is a beautiful fabric to me, and I got a lot of compliments on it, but we'll see. And then my lining is this fabric, and this will also be my, and I forget the name of it, my trim of the corset. And I have another corset here that I can show you. I can actually show you that. I did not make this corset. I actually bought this in Brixton. But just to show you a finished one, this is what a corset looks like. And I'm not gonna put it on, but I look damn good in it. And so a corset typically is made out of 4 layers. So you have your outer layers, you have 2 inner layers, and then your lining. So this is what I mean when I say the lining. And then also you can have trim, which is different. So this is your trim. So I'm making one of these bad boys, which is one of the most complicated projects in the history of sewing. Well, not really. I'm gonna lay it out, I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought the party to my house is messy, so if you see anything, just ignore. But this is my living room. And so I'm basically gonna walk through the steps of the corset making. So you have your pattern, then you have your mock-up. So all those panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, sewn together on one side equals something like this, which is a faux corset made out of like this really inexpensive fabric. And you hold that onto your body and you make changes to it. I don't have any, for example, this was way too big. So what she told me, after fitting it, what she told me to do was to take 2 centimeters off of this and then take 1 centimeter off my 4th panel. And then what you do is you go back to your original panel and start cutting away or adding pieces that don't match up. Because how the corset works is each panel, and this is the confusing part, you sew it together like this. You sew it together by laying it on top of each other so that the angles line up. So panel 1 and panel 2 will face each other, and then you sew along that seam. Panel 2 and panel 3 mirror each other, so then you sew that together. Panel 3 and panel 4, again, as you see, the angles match up. So that's how you get the shape of the corset. But this is my fabric, not being all cut up. And this is my fabric laid out, because like I said, the pattern is just one side, and this is two sides. So this is what my corset will look like. I didn't sew together panels, the first panels, because I have to add the actual clasp, and I'm going to show you on the finished corset, or not the finished corset, but the official corset that I paid for. I have to add these to them. I brought that in to show her the frame of the underbust, and we just kind of mirrored it in that pattern there. So I am very, very excited. Isn't that crazy how it lines up? Weird town. I can't believe I'm actually making something like this. It's crazy. The next update will most likely be the finished product, but that's where I am so far, and I'm really excited. I'm so proud of myself, and I don't know if I'll make another one. It seems really overwhelming, and also they're expensive to make, because not only do you have to get the fabric, but you have to get the boning inside and the lacing and all that stuff. So it's very material intensive, and the hardware needs to be on point or it won't last. I get really excited about crafts and I go ahead and do them, and then I'm like, meh, meh. But this could be something I could do. So that's my update for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and feel free to send me questions or whatever, but it's a really cool endeavor. I might make another one, and we'll see. Thanks for watching. All right, bye guys.